سنيقت قدم تشهل هو يادا قدم تنمر هو شامي ولا تدهل لا تدرش أباخ حاسلي باخ قدم ونفلا هو يادا قدر ايانا متطرف وقارب كدور حالا برياه ومدبر أباد أباهو أباد رحمه أباد لا شابخ بنوخي لا بشئلتا بالحد أتحايا إلا بحبه إلا برحمه إلا بقربه.
Matthew 5. But I say to you, love your enemies, bless those cursing you, do good to those hating you, and pray for those insulting you and persecuting you, so that you become sons of your Father in the heavens. For if you love those loving you, what reward have you? Are the tax collectors not doing the same too? We cannot be saved by the works of the Torah of the law which was written upon the stone, but only by the Torah of belief in Messiah Yeshua, through the favor of Elohim. Messiah Yeshua is that perfect Lamb. We know that in the past, when Yahweh's people were afflicted, they were in captivity, they were in Egypt. The last plague was that every firstborn will die, but whoever put the blood of the perfect Lamb without any blemish on the doorpost of his dwelling will be saved from that plague. The life of the firstborn in that house was spared. At this time, the only one who can do that to you, who can spare you, who can redeem you, is Messiah through his blood. He is perfect, he is righteous, and he is the only one. We cannot do anything which will save us from our own ways. None of our deeds, none of our performances, none of works can save us, can redeem us. I wasn't a believer. I was of the world. I was taken out of the world by the mighty hand of Yahweh, by his redemption. And that's why I know it wasn't my work, because it wasn't from me. I haven't done anything. I did not earn the gift of deliverance. The gift of life was given to me for nothing. I didn't even seek it. And I'm astonished daily because of the great works which are done in this vessel, not by me, and because of the fruit which is coming forth from this vessel, but it's not mine. If your life was about wrestling with your own and with the world to achieve, to make money, to get a place for yourself, to be successful, that you have to always work, it will be hard for you to change. There are few who are rich, who are wealthy, those who govern the nations, but most people need to work, to live, to support their families. The one thing, our deliverance, our salvation, is not something we can earn, but is given. Because there is one who is righteous, who is perfect, who already atoned for us, who is the perfect Lamb, who is humble and meek in nature. We need to receive him. We need to accept him. We need to accept that he is perfect, that he is from the Father. It's about admitting that there is someone who is in every aspect set apart and mighty, who is filled with love and compassion and mercies, who is the perfect sacrifice, who did give himself for us. And he said that Elohim so loved the world that he gave his only son, so whoever believes in him will be saved. But people cannot take that. People that learn in this world that they can obtain everything if they work hard, that there is nothing which is impossible if you do that, if you put your strength, because this is what the world will tell you, that there is nothing impossible for men, and this is done by the adversary. When we're just born to this world, that's what we've been told, that if we want it, we will achieve, we will succeed. So if our heart desires, it will be. We will fulfill our dreams. But this one, the deliverance, the life eternal, this is impossible to men to do. People should know that from the Old Testament, from all those things which are written, which are inspired by the set apart Ruach, which is the witness to the living word of Elohim. Our fathers, they were wrestling with the sin, and they did try to overcome it. The sacrifices of animals were not good enough. How animals can pay for our own sins? And Elohim spared us and allowed those animals to be slaughtered, to be sacrificed. I did not have motivation at all. I did not know who I was, and I did not aim to achieve. I remember my mom telling me, you don't have any eagerness, any motivation to be someone, to do something. And my dad just reminded me yesterday about it. He said, I remember when you were 14 years old and you said, why are you working all your life? For what? I did not see the purpose. I was like a stranger. I never was motivated to do anything. I remember when I was studying and my mom said, have something to do, earn some money. I'd last about less than 2 months. I had no motivation. Money didn't do anything to me. I didn't want to succeed. The only thing I wanted was love, to find true love. That's what I wanted. I wanted so much the kind of love which you don't have to earn, not the one when you have to work for it. Something which is perfect, like unconditional love. I could not work in the system. I could not find the love either. I looked everywhere. I'm talking about the perfect love, not about the love of man, which is basically selfish feeling. I'm not saying I'm better than anyone else. I just did not have ego. I did not have confidence. I did not have to sacrifice anything to receive Messiah. It meant to be this way for me, because I knew from the start that I cannot make it myself, that none of my deeds, none of my works will do anything. I did not have that in me. And the only thing which I did, I gave birth to my son. The Father allowed it, even I was so ill. The doctors were saying this is not possible in my case. But that's the miracle. But otherwise people were saying that I'm just useless. I don't deserve much, just like the outcast, with no purpose, cast out from family, rejected by everyone. But one day I was delivered. Supernaturally, I heard the voice from above, and I'm astonished until now, and I see the works of the great power filled with love. Even that love is not mine, which I have in me. And if you witness all this, if you witness the awesomeness of Yahweh, if you witness His love, His forgiveness, His loving commitment, His perfect ways, His gentleness, His patience, kindness, His righteousness, steadfastness, His mercies, how you can even think that you can do anything from yourself. You need to have the humble nature. This is not something you can earn. But people in this world, most of you, work hard for everything, what you have. And anytime you want to have holidays, time off, you need to work for it. So you think this is in your heart, is that everything can be done from yourself, that you can obtain it. The salvation is not through the works of Torah, but you think you still need to do something. Book of Acts, chapter 11. And see, immediately 3 men stood before the house where I was, having been sent to me from Caesarea. And the Ruach said to me to go with them, not doubting at all. And these 6 men also went with me, and we went into the man's house. And he told us how he had seen a messenger standing in his house, who said to him, send men to Joppa and call for Shimon, who is also called Kepha. The set apart Ruach, the Ruach Haqodesh, was speaking to Peter. The messenger also showed himself to the man from Caesarea. Peter didn't do anything from himself. None of the taught ones. They were led by the set apart Ruach. They did not go to people to heal them from their own ideas, from their own hearts. They lost already their lives. Peter Kepha at that time wasn't the same one who denied Messiah 3 times. This is different man. The set apart Ruach was in charge of his being. This is what meant to be done to you. This is to be truly born again. When you are fully submitted, when you receive the Master and you believe that He's the only one who can do things through you, and the works of the set apart Ruach are only the works which are valid, which are counted. But this is not something which comes one day just like that. This is the fruit of the set apart Ruach first. The fruit needs to be in you. The fruit and the works will come as well. Or you admit that Messiah is the only one, or you will lower him. Anytime you try to do anything from yourself, or you think by your worship, by your songs, by any of your deeds that you think you can earn things, you can please Elohim, now you can't. You need to submit. That's the obedience. You need to be still, and you should not perform. People say, okay, that's pretty easy because we don't need to work. But if all your life was just about earning everything and working hard for everything, and this is your heart, this became your foundation, only supernatural power can change that. We cannot just learn that. It's not going to be. Because if you will try to do that, it's again your work. See, trying to change for better, trying to stop your performance from yourself, it's again your work. It's all your burden. It's the burden again. It's again the yoke, which is not gentle, but it's your own heart, which is telling you, now you have to restrain yourself. Now you have to stop you again doing something. This is your work. And Messiah says in his sermon on a mountain, he says, but I say to you, love your enemies, bless those cursing you, do good to those hating you, and pray for those insulting you and persecuting you. You cannot do that from yourself. That love is not of this world. It's coming from Messiah, because he is the faithful servant of his Father. He is one with Elohim. He is the same substance. He is his Son who emptied himself and became a servant, so you can receive that love. We cannot make that. We cannot create that love in ourselves. We cannot do this. The same with forgiveness. That forgiveness is from above. If you try to be now the kind person and push yourself to forgive, this is work. The same if you try to love your enemy from yourself. That love from above is not a feeling. It's a permanent thing. It's a person. It's the set apart Ruach of our Master Yeshua. It's the breath of life. It's Yahweh himself. You need to have that seed. He is that love. You need to show that light in you. It's not about you trying to become like this or to love from your own self. You cannot just learn that. This is again your work. So all those love, kindness, patience, self-control, endurance, loving commitment, all those are the fruit of the set apart Ruach, not of man. The narrow gate is the boundary. Go down on your knees. You need to go down. You're stripped from everything. Otherwise you will perform. Our spirit needs to be in submission, needs to be disactivated by Yahweh himself, because that spirit, the eagerness from man, is short-lived. It is strange fire. It works for short and is fueled by pride. That's the lawlessness. That is what Yeshua called the works of lawlessness in man. This is what comes from the heart of man, which is stony. All the wickedness comes from it. Because we are wrestling with the things we only know from this world. We try to do from ourselves things, but we need to receive Messiah. We need to come through him. That's the narrow gate. You fully accept him and admit that he is the one who can give you life, who can take you out from darkness, who can only atone for you. You are useless by yourself. We are all fall short. We are all sinners. And how we could do anything right if we are not good? You cannot change if your heart is stony, is prideful. You cannot change that yourself. You need permanent replacement. Romans 3, verse 10. As it has been written, there is none righteous, no, not one. There is no one who is understanding. There is none who is seeking Elohim. They all have turned aside. They have together become worthless. There is none who does good. No, not one. Their throat is an open tomb. With their tongues they have deceived. The poison of others is under their lips, whose mouth is filled with cursing and bitterness. Their feet are swift to shed blood. Ruin and wretchedness are in their ways, and the way of peace they have not known. There is no fear of Elohim before their eyes. You go down on your knees and ask for forgiveness for your own deeds, that you try to do something from your wicked, stony heart, from your pride, from your own flesh, and ask Father to give you the heart which is circumcised through Messiah's blood, and let His light shine in you. You don't know how to be free. You are afraid of that. You still want to perform. You in your shackles, in chains of your own heart, and you try to fight from your own ways. But this doesn't get you anywhere, because you only know the slavery, and Messiah is the only one who can set you free. But you need to know that. You need to accept that. The heart of pride, the stony heart, puts man first, puts yourself, you, first, make you feel that you can. That's why many try to follow Messiah outwardly, but He is divine. There is no humble nature in the heart of man. You cannot make yourself humble. You need to lose your heart and receive the heart of the Master, Yeshua. And that's where the set-apart Ruach will dwell and bring so much fruit, and the divine works will come, which were meant to be the vessels for those works, for the fruit and for the works, for the purpose of Yahweh, my Abba, for the purpose of Creator. We shall be the temple of His deeds, of His divine works.
قدم تشهل هو يادا قدم تنمر هو شامي ولا تدهل لا تدرش أباخ حاسلي باخ قدم ونفلا هو يادا قدر ايانا متطرف وقارو قدر حالا برياه ومدبر أباد أباهو أباد رحمه أباد لا شابخ بنوخي لا بشئلتا بالحد أتحايه إلا بحبه إلا برحمه إلا بقربه